Archangel Michael says, there is a moment unfolding in your life that was foreseen long ago, but the one who knew it chose silence over truth. They carried the knowledge of your greatness, of your divine purpose, yet locked it deep within out of fear, jealousy, or protection. But now, that silence is cracking, and the truth will rush into your life like a flood. A shadow has followed you, not to harm you, but to make sure you didn't wake up before the time was right. This person, once trusted, once close, saw something about your destiny that most people wouldn't believe. And instead of telling you, they watched quietly, waiting for the divine clock to tick loud enough to force their hand. What they saw in visions and whispers wasn't ordinary. It was your name rising above others. It was your footsteps walking through thresholds meant only for the chosen. They couldn't bring themselves to speak it yet, because once the truth left their lips, everything in your world would begin to shift. Archangel Michael says, the pressure in the spiritual realm is too heavy now, the truth they buried is starting to burn in their chest. They can't hold it back any longer, and the reveal is coming faster than even they anticipated. The moment is set, and you're about to hear something that will leave your heart racing and your soul shaking. Type Amen to get blessing 333. A secret can only stay hidden when the light has not yet reached it. But light has touched every corner of your path now, and what was once in the shadows can no longer stay there. This person is about to open a spiritual door with their confession. They saw you surrounded by unfamiliar voices, doors opening with your name written in lights, and miracles unlocking in your favor. But they also saw the danger, who would envy you, betray you, and try to replace you. They kept this knowledge to themselves, thinking it would protect you, but the heavens say it's time for it to be released. They will not come with fanfare. They will speak quietly, but the words will roar in your ears. The moment they tell you what they know, you will begin to connect dots that never made sense until now. They dreamed of you climbing stairs no one else was allowed on. And that terrified them. Because your growth would demand their truth, and their silence was no longer safe. Type Amen to get blessing 999. There is a letter, a journal entry, or a voice recording they made years ago, where they first wrote or spoke about the things they saw about your life. But it was hidden, locked away, just like your glory was delayed. That item may come into your possession soon, or be shown to you by someone they trusted. This revelation was never meant to break you. It was time to awaken you. You may cry, you may be shocked, but you won't be destroyed, you'll rise from it, unshaken and stronger than ever before. Your name was in their vision, but not just that. The initials of someone close to you, someone who has watched you with envy, was also shown. That name will come out during this revelation. Archangel Michael says, the energy surrounding you is intense because your purpose is no longer sleeping. They hid your future from you, but the angels have made it impossible to keep covered anymore. Truth demands exposure now, no matter how uncomfortable. Type Amen to get blessing 444. This person didn't just see your future, they saw your marriage, your wealth, your recognition. They saw who would approach you, who would try to delay you, and who would bow before your light. But they feared what would change if you knew it all. They saw you surrounded by royalty, spiritual authority, and an international audience. They knew your face would be known by people you haven't even met. And they worried you'd outgrow them. That's why they've been distant. That's why sometimes they treated you as less than what you are, because they knew more than you did. But now, everything's about to be reversed. When they finally reveal it all, a shift in your reality will begin. The pain of waiting will dissolve, and the answers you begged for will land in your lap, undeniable. Type Amen to get blessing 555. You will feel something change in your spirit first. It will be like waking up from a long sleep and remembering a dream you forgot. The signs around you will grow louder, birds appearing in pairs, repeated numbers, and messages from strangers. Your eyes may water, and your heart may beat differently. That's the body's way of preparing for spiritual impact. Because what you're about to receive is not normal, it's divine. They may speak the truth accidentally, in a moment of weakness. Or they may come to you directly, shaking, holding the truth like a heavy stone they can no longer carry. Either way, you will hear what they've hidden. And what you do with that truth will shape everything to come. Your blessing isn't delayed, it's waiting for your understanding to catch up with your calling. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, Heaven has waited for this moment because your soul contract is being activated. Your next chapter is written in spiritual ink, and no human can erase it. But the person who saw it first must be the one to unlock the door. They will confess details that you never told anyone. They will speak of dreams, signs, and visions that perfectly match your experiences. That will be your confirmation, they're not lying. This is not gossip. This is not drama. This is divine release. When you hear it, don't let fear paralyze you. Move with it. Allow the words to realign your focus, because you are stepping into sacred territory now. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. Your ancestors have waited for this day. Some of them whispered in the ears of this person to protect you until the appointed time. But now, they're surrounding your space, making sure you are ready. This confession will be emotional. It may come with tears, apologies, or even regret. But don't hold on to their fear, hold on to your breakthrough. This truth will unlock not only your destiny but also the pain that's been stored in your body. Healing will come as clarity does. Your mind, emotions, and even physical pain will feel lighter afterward. Their silence was once their shield, but now it's become their burden. You are the only one who can free them by receiving what they've withheld. Type Amen to get blessing 888. They saw a vision of your financial breakthrough, a relocation, a celebration with dignitaries, and a massive audience clapping for your name. And they also saw someone trying to block it. That's why they stayed silent. But the angelic realms intervened. They touched this person's heart, showing them the consequences of further delay. And that's why they've begun to tremble. You may hear the truth in a dream before you hear it in words. Pay attention to what's said in your sleep. Your spirit always hears first what your mind will later confirm. Your eyes may burn when the truth is told. That's because your spiritual vision is being cleansed, your timeline adjusted, and your memory restored. Type Amen to get blessing 717. This is not just information. This is revelation. And revelation rearranges everything. You were always meant to be great, but someone knew and tried to hold the power over you by withholding the insight. But now the divine has broken their grip. Archangel Michael says, the energy of justice is flooding your atmosphere. Every hidden prophecy about you must be brought to the surface. The heavens are tired of waiting. This reveal will not come to harm, it will come to prepare. For what's ahead, you must be fully informed, fully awakened, fully present in your power. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. They were once assigned to watch over you. But instead of speaking truth, they stayed silent. They became a vault that locked your destiny inside. Now the vault is breaking open. And what spills out will make everything make sense, your struggles, your delays, your deep knowing that something bigger was always meant for you. You may feel like crying when you finally understand it all. That's okay. That's your soul releasing old confusion and receiving divine clarity. Everything you felt but couldn't explain will suddenly find words. And that is a holy gift. Type Amen to get blessing 1444. You will look back on this season as the moment you were spiritually born again into your real identity. You'll no longer just survive, you'll lead. You'll no longer just pray, you'll manifest. Don't be shocked when this person also breaks down in front of you. They've carried the truth too long, and their soul is exhausted. Releasing it is their healing too. Their delay is not your defeat. Their silence was part of divine timing. But now, heaven says enough. You are entering the phase of truth. Purpose, inheritance, and unstoppable favor. They hid it for years. Now it will roar like thunder. Type Amen to get blessing 3003. You may notice this person struggling to look you in the eye before they speak. That is not guilt, it's the weight of the truth pressing against their chest. They have rehearsed this conversation 1,000 times in their mind, but they never imagined the moment would finally come. They may say your name slowly, carefully, as if it holds power they can barely contain. And they are right. Because your name has already been written in spiritual realms as a carrier of divine victory. This is not just a conversation. This is a spiritual key being handed back to its rightful owner. You. Type Amen to get blessing 848. You may hear things that make your skin tingle, because they'll describe events, people, or dates that only heaven could know. When they reveal the dreams, when they speak the visions, you will feel the alignment hit your soul like a vibration. This is the kind of truth that activates healing in places that medicine cannot reach. It's not only information, it's illumination. It's the flashlight into your divine blueprint. They might say they've been afraid to tell you. But the moment it escapes their mouth, a shift will rumble through the ground of your destiny. The angels will rejoice that the secret is finally out. They will speak of the years they saw you walking through storms unaware of your true power. That part may break you. But let it. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. Because breaking leads to building. Once the veil is lifted, the pain transforms into prophecy, and your steps begin to walk in alignment with your highest calling. The moment you know, nothing will be the same again. People will begin to look at you differently. Because your energy will carry a frequency of truth that others can feel without you saying a word. You will become a magnet to your purpose. The enemies who once laughed will feel unsettled, because the silence that once protected them is gone. And heaven doesn't keep secrets forever. The reckoning is here. This isn't about revenge. It's about restoration. And it starts with the truth you were always meant to carry. Type Amen to get blessing 50-50. Prepare yourself emotionally. Because when someone opens a vault of destiny and hands you the map, it's overwhelming. But you're ready now, even if you don't feel like it. You will remember moments that felt confusing, but now they'll make perfect sense. You'll remember that strange phone call, that person who disappeared suddenly, that delay that made no sense. And you'll finally understand why. Archangel Michael says, this information comes with instructions. It's not to sit on. It's not to be buried again. It's to be used, lived, walked out boldly. You'll be told something that might sound impossible. But your spirit will recognize it as true. Because your soul already knows. Type Amen to get blessing 2772. This person may be close. They may live within reach. Or they may come from far away. But the divine has placed an urgency on their soul that cannot be ignored anymore. You may get a message that starts with, "We need to talk," or, "I had a dream I can't ignore anymore." Don't brush it off. That's the moment you've been waiting for. You may feel a sudden pull to forgive this person, even before they speak. That's your spirit preparing the space to receive the message cleanly, without ego. Let it flow through you. The truth will come like rain after drought. It may start slow, but when it pours, it will cleanse every hidden corner. Type Amen to get blessing 6767. Your name has been spoken in high places. Not by humans, but by angels. And they've waited for this very moment, for the one who knows to finally speak. What they tell you may sound like prophecy, but it's not just about the future, it's about explaining your past and unlocking your now. Don't treat it like fantasy. Treat it like divine fact. This revelation will start a ripple. Others will begin confessing, too. Because when one person breaks the silence, it gives others permission to tell the truth. You are entering a wave of unveiled realities. One by one, veils are being removed. Type Amen to get blessing 3232. People who doubted you will fall silent. People who lied on your name will be exposed. People who tried to suppress your light will be blinded by the brightness of your breakthrough. There's a reason heaven didn't let you know everything early on. You would have either run too fast or trusted the wrong people. But now, with maturity, you are able to hold the truth without breaking. This person may be emotional when they confess. That's because their own healing is tied to your elevation. They will feel peace only after they release it. And you will feel weight lift from your life in ways you didn't know were heavy. Type Amen to get blessing 3033. You were never just a regular person. You were hidden for a reason. And this moment was written in your spiritual contract long before your birth. There's a line in your story that was never explained. This person holds that line. And they're about to hand it to you. Archangel Michael says, when the truth is revealed, angels will be released around your home. They will stand guard as you realign to the version of yourself that has always been written. You may feel fire in your palms, pressure in your chest, or lightness in your forehead. These are signs of spiritual awakening. You are crossing into a new realm of understanding. Type Amen to get blessing 8888. You are not losing anything with this reveal. You are gaining access to what was already yours. The time of spiritual confusion is ending. This is not just a moment. It's a divine appointment. And heaven is keeping time. You will wake up one morning soon, and everything will feel different. That will be the morning after the truth is spoken. And you will never return to who you were before. The person may visit you, or send a voice note, or write you something handwritten. You'll know it's real because your spirit will vibrate with it. Type Amen to get blessing 1177. And as you read or hear the truth, your body may feel warm. That's energy shifting. Your DNA responding. Your gifts activating. Everything they say will fill the gaps that have haunted you for years. You will remember that you always knew something was missing. And now, that something is here. You'll rise into new responsibilities, new levels of influence, and new people who can finally see the real you. Because now, the cover is gone. You were never forgotten. You were just being timed. Type Amen to get blessing 3344. After the truth is spoken, you'll notice people begin to treat you differently, even those who haven't heard the revelation. That's because your aura will shift. You will start walking with a deeper sense of self, and the divine energy surrounding you will become undeniable. You may feel dizzy or emotional for the next few days. That's your system adjusting to the alignment between your spirit and your calling. It's not weakness, it's awakening. You will also see people who once dismissed you suddenly try to come back into your life. They can feel that something sacred has activated. But not everyone will be allowed back in. Type Amen to get blessing 6060. There will be a moment when this person finishes speaking and looks at you, expecting a reaction. Whether you speak or stay silent, your presence alone will carry more power than words could ever express. You will feel heaven listening through you. Don't worry if it takes you time to process. The truth they've hidden for years may take moments to absorb or weeks to unpack. Every revelation has layers, and each one will unfold exactly when it's meant to. You may feel the urge to write down your thoughts, dreams, or sudden ideas after hearing what they reveal. That's because the floodgates of your purpose are now open. Your spiritual senses will be sharper. Your thoughts will be clearer. Your energy will feel cleaner. And your intuition will feel stronger than ever before. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. This person knew that your presence alone could cause shifts in rooms, which is why they feared what would happen when you walked fully into your identity. But they can no longer delay divine order. When the truth comes out, you'll realize that every delay had purpose. Every rejection was redirection. Every loss made space for your inheritance. You will no longer seek validation. The truth will validate you in ways people never could. And with that clarity, a new version of you will be born. Archangel Michael says, you will be handed keys in the spiritual realm the moment you embrace the full truth. Keys to open doors that were previously closed. Doors of favor, healing, financial growth, love, and divine justice. Type Amen to get blessing 4646. Your silence will become golden. Not everything needs a reaction. Some truths only require presence, patience, and permission to bloom in your timing. There is a wave of wisdom coming with this revelation. Things you couldn't understand before will become crystal clear. Patterns will reveal themselves. You'll start noticing how things always seem to block you just before breakthroughs. That wasn't coincidence, it was spiritual interference allowed by your unawareness. But now, nothing can block what you know is yours. Your spirit team, your angelic guides, have been watching, waiting for you to step into this moment. And now that the truth is out, they are closer than ever. Type Amen to get blessing 2299. Even your sleep will change. You'll begin to dream with more clarity. You may wake up at divine hours, 3:33 a.m., 4:44 a.m., because your spiritual clock is syncing with your purpose. This person who has carried your truth for years is not your enemy. They were the temporary carrier of the message meant to return to its rightful owner. That owner is you. When they release it, you'll realize how much has been swirling around you unnoticed. But more importantly, you'll see how protected you've been all along. No matter how close the attacks came, they never hit you completely. That was not luck. That was divine timing, divine shielding, and divine patience. Type Amen to get blessing 7474. You were never delayed, you were preserved. Like a scroll waiting for the right reader, your destiny waited for your awakening. The moment of truth will unlock divine favor. Money owed to you will begin to flow. Connections that were withheld will reappear. Love that was lost will begin to heal. You are not behind. You are right on schedule. Everything that was hidden from you will now start appearing as confirmation after confirmation. There's no need to fear the truth anymore. You were built to carry it. You were born to live it. Type Amen to get blessing 7878. You will see signs within hours of the revelation. A name you keep hearing. A song that speaks to your soul. A stranger repeating something that matches your new knowing. These aren't coincidences. They are divine echoes. Reminders that heaven has finally opened the vault. This person may ask for your forgiveness. Whether you offer it or not is up to your spirit. But you must accept the message they've been holding. Their fear delayed you, but it didn't destroy you. And now, the divine is rewarding you for your patience and inner strength. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. You may start remembering things from childhood, old visions, forgotten feelings, or strange dreams that now make sense. That's your memory restoring spiritual files that were once inaccessible. Every step forward now will feel guided. Decisions that once took months will become instant. Your knowing will be divine, not logical. People may grow uncomfortable around you because your light will become too bright for hidden intentions. Don't dim. Let them adjust or step back. Archangel Michael says, your protection has been upgraded. No weapon, physical or spiritual, can touch you now that your truth has been released. Type Amen to get blessing 5555. The fear you once had about your future will begin to dissolve. Because once you know why you were attacked, delayed, or overlooked, you begin to see how powerful your presence really is. Your presence disrupts darkness. Your truth disarms lies. Your calling demands recognition. This is your season of revelation and restoration. This is your time to reclaim what was always yours. The truth they hid was your crown, and now it rests on your head. Let the tears come. Let the breath deepen. Let the light enter your soul without resistance. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. You were made for this moment. This confession, this release, this divine unveiling. It has waited for you since the day you were born. Now that it has arrived, nothing will go back to what it was. You're walking in spiritual royalty. Your hands now carry authority. You don't need to announce it. The atmosphere will speak for you. The energy around you will shift in your favor. Even your shadow will carry light. Even your silence will speak volumes. And your future, long hidden, will now unfold like prophecy fulfilled. Type Amen to get blessing 2442. The person who held this knowledge may tremble, but they will be free. Because the divine never intended for them to carry what was yours forever. They were only the vessel for a time. And now, the handoff has begun. The crown is returning. The veil is torn. Stand tall. Receive it. You are ready.